Hello, Golfaholics, and welcome to another edition of the Back Nine Report. Our good buddy Carlos Torres could not be here tonight, other obligations. So I'm going to try and wing it on my own this evening. A couple topics that I want to touch base on. Number one, Tommy Fleetwood finally gets his win on the PGA Tour. The Tour Championship last week put an exclamation point on the entire 2025 PGA Tour season. College football starts on Saturday. Hey, go Bucks, beat Texas. Uh, we have seen Tommy Fleetwood fail several times on Sunday, and it was scary down the last couple of holes, but he got it done. This was a huge monkey off of his back. He's been 160. This was his 164th start. He has multiple top tens, multiple runner ups, all kinds of top fives. Never quite got it done on Sunday. The putter always seemed to let him down. 19 starts this season, 18 cuts made, eight top tens with a runner up, and the lone win last week. He had 11 wins worldwide before finally winning now on the PGA Tour in his 164th start. He's always been a solid performer on the European Ryder Cup team. With his strong all around game, you can pair him with anyone on the team matches. He's been so close in the majors with runners up in the U.S. Open and the Open Championship. He has a T3 in the 24 Masters and a T5 in the 22 PGA. He could have one or two majors on his resume. He's been very, very close. With the 10 million for winning the Tour Championship, it brings his 2025 earnings to 18 million and his career earnings to over 43 million. Tommy's had a great career. Maybe now this will kind of open the floodgates for him, get a lot of confidence. Maybe he can win some more stuff. Watch out for him in the Ryder Cup here at the end of September. One of the things I was thinking back on, we've had some great moments this year on the PGA Tour season. Number one, well, just not number one, but just one of the things, the PGA Tour changing the format and bonus structure for the FedEx Cup playoffs. As I've said a couple times on this show, I really like the way they've split the bonus money up to three different payouts now. One at the end of the season after the Wyndham, another payout after the BMW, and of course then the big payout for the Tour Championship. And we don't have to have any strokes. We can just play even up. I like that so much better. The fact that Tommy Fleetwood got this win, big moment in golf this year. The playoffs has been fantastic, actually, with Fleetwood winning, 45-year-old Justin Rose winning in the FedEx St. Jude, Cam Young finally getting a win in the Wyndham Championship, and then another really big event that happened this year was it happened a long time ago, so we maybe kind of forgot about it. But J.J. Spaun winning the U.S. Open by draining that 60-foot putt after losing the players in a playoff with Rory McIlroy. Spaun had an unbelievable year, played well through the playoffs, just a really good year. Look for him. His steady game, he could win a couple more times yet. Really steady player. Scotty Scheffler, what can we say? Another phenomenal year. I think he's got 18 wins in the last 4 years. He had 5 wins this year. He began the season on the IR, then came back to win the Nelson, the PGA, the Memorial, the Open, and the BMW playoffs, all big events, all really strong fields. And he won them convincingly. And then last but not least, Rory won 3 events this year, including the Masters, to complete his career Grand Slam. And you could see the pressure that was what a relief it was on the 18th green when he holed out to finally get that win in Augusta National. So really good year this year on the PGA Tour. We've had the Tiger area. We're out of that now. And he led the tour some very good years. But in my opinion, this is one of the best years on the PGA Tour that I have ever seen. LIV has become only a minor nuisance to the PGA Tour, and the numbers prove the fact that the golf fans support to play on the PGA Tour. LIV tries to continue to carve out its niche with younger golf fans. They are getting good traction with attendance numbers at events, but they are having a hard time finding an audience on television. All in all, this was a great season on the PGA Tour and golf in general, guys. Speaking of the LIV, to close out the show, the LIV was actually in Detroit in Michigan this last week at the St. John's Resort in Northville, Michigan, a suburb of Detroit. They wrapped up their season with their team championship. They had wrapped up the individual championship last week in Indianapolis, had very large crowds there. And I did go on Saturday. I had the chance to go and I checked it out. Everything was first class. The media room and dining was one of the best I've ever had. And that includes Ryder Cups, President's Cups, majors, and the top PGA and LPGA Tour events. Only the media facilities at the Masters at Augusta National comes close to what I saw at St. John's Resort last week. Security. I've never been to an event with more security. I was checked 3 times just parking my truck to get in. I was checked at the door. I was checked at the door of the media room. I was checked at the door of the media dining. I was checked inside. If I went outside, I was checked when I came back in. Security was really everywhere. It was really a good event. Large crowds, over 40,000 attended. And like I said, Indy had really big crowds. And the crowds were young, okay? And so, as I mentioned, LIV is getting good crowds on the ground for their tournaments, but their TV numbers are stuck at about 300,000, while in comparison, PGA Tour event gets over 3 million. So it's not even 10% hardly of what the PGA Tour draws on television. So they've got some work to do there yet. But the fan experience, LIV goes way overboard to provide an enjoyable fan experience, and for kids, for women, for everybody. Okay, really did a great job, and a lot of the fans were women and kids. It was a younger crowd. It's not the older guys that you see maybe at a PGA Tour event. So they are reaching a different market than what the PGA Tour reaches. The fans surrounded John Rahm and Phil, Bryson, and Koepka also drew large followings. There was one minor hiccup for the week. Good friend of mine, Bill Hobson, a golf writer and video creator in Michigan, had his media pass revoked when he refused to edit or take down an interview he did with LIV's Pat Perez. LIV actually offered Perez for the interview. I listened to the interview, and Bill did not goad him or was in any way unprofessional. The questions were fair and not leading in any way. Pat began to ramble at one point and made mention of terrorism. And I think that is what they took offense at. Rescinding his media pass was a big blunder on their part and was a blemish on the week. Their whole goal with LIV, the Saudi Arabians, is to create an atmosphere and say, hey, we're not bad guys. We're good people here in Saudi Arabia. Well, they just prove it right here, where over a really minor thing, they revoke a guy's media pass. Really dumb error right there. All in all, this Cardinal at St. John's was probably the best course the LIV guys play all year. And the LIV is already in talks to bring this event to Detroit next year. You might want to watch. I'm going to do a little interview with Ray Hearn, who designed and helped build the St. John's Cardinal course. If you get a chance to go down there, St. John's Resort, maybe stay a night or two in the hotel. It's an old monastery. It's absolutely beautiful. The golf course, Hearn did a fantastic job on the golf course. And the players liked it so much that the LIV is already in talks to bring the event back next year, if not to St. John's, maybe to another course in the area. So you can look forward to that. All in all, guys, that's a wrap on the PGA Tour season for 2025. As I said, I think it was one of the best ones ever. Really good stuff all year long. And look for more even from next year. Can't wait to see what Scotty Scheffler does in 2026. So keep watching the show. Hope you like it. Click on and follow us and get our information. So also, you want to check out Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and American Golf Journals. Just go AmericanGolfJournal.com or IndianaGolfJournal.com, Michigan, and you'll find them. We try and cover a lot of golf news and information in the 3 states as far as well as across the United States. So I hope you enjoy the show, and we'll look forward to talking to you next time. Keep it in the fairway.